What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Teddy Atlas, Anthony Joshua. Get this. Teddy Atlas doesn't hold anything back on Anthony Joshua. He calls Anthony Joshua overrated, and he says, who has he beat? Teddy Atlas had some choice words for Anthony Joshua this week, calling the Brit's resume into question and describing him as being overrated by fans in the UK. Speaking on his podcast, The Fight with Teddy Atlas, the former trainer's words are unlikely to land him in a place of Joshua's Christmas card. We know this, and this is what he had to say. Quote, "With respect, fans in the UK love a good loser. He, Joshua, knocked out Charles Martin, who's not on anybody's list of great fighters, to win the title. He's been an overrated guy. I can't say it any clearer or give you any better reason for it. Who has he beat?" Wow. Atlas scratching comments come just over a fortnight after AJ's second loss to Alexander Usyk, where despite an improved performance in the eyes of many, Joshua failed to recapture the unified heavyweight title. Of course, we know that Matchroom boss Eddie Hearn has been one of the long-standing beliefs that Joshua has the best resume in the heavyweight division, but Teddy Atlas pointed to the nature of the 32-year-old's losses as reasoning for his belief. He said, "I'll say it again. Who has he beat? He's lost, and he's lost by knockout, all right? The last two to Usyk, he got hurt. He lost by decision. He showed heart, but he got knocked out by Ruiz, who took the fight on last-minute notice. I really believe that Joshua has always been overrated, but he can bring in big money." Those are the words of Teddy Atlas. Let me counterpunch. First of all, love Teddy Atlas like some type of, boxing uncle, right, in the sport of boxing. And he talks with a lot of passion. He's trained a lot of fighters. He's, historically Mike Tyson's one of his first trainers or first co-trainers in the game. And, he's been with Timothy Bradley and Junior Jones and, many others. And Teddy Atlas, when I hear people say certain things about other people or fighters, you have to understand and you have to look for the exact reasoning behind why he's saying what he's saying. In this segment we just read, or I read to you guys, where is it that he went into depth with Joshua? Saying someone is overrated is not enough, right? The only thing he said that actually was tangible, right, that you actually can support his claim is Charles Martin. He fought Charles Martin, who's nobody's great fighters, to win the title. He's been an overrated guy. Well, listen. Charles Martin has 3 losses. Charles Martin was a champion, and the way he got the championship was bad. But the question you ask yourself is, if Wilder would have got the shot at Charles Martin, would this be the same scenario? We know Charles Martin. I mean, we didn't know who he was until he was what he was, and he was on his back in 2 rounds against Joshua. And he wasn't proven yet. And he was outworked and out-hustled by Adam Kalnacki, which is now pretty much on the retirement list. And he lost to Ortiz after knocking Ortiz down twice. And he got caught with a shot, and he was out on his feet. That's the story of Charles Martin in a nutshell. I agree. He's probably the worst champion we've ever had, because the minute he got the championship IBF opportunity, or the strap, by not even by the will of his own, by an injury of another fighter. And it wasn't even him. It was he stepped wrong and the dude hurt his, so it was jacked up. But Andy Ruiz, though, Andy Ruiz was a guy that just came off a fight. It wasn't a short notice. He was at home scratching his balls, eating Kellogg's cornflakes. He had just got out of a fight. So he took a week and a half off and went right back into training after he begged for that because he knew he was ready. Whereas Anthony Joshua, you have to understand, he wasn't, it was off short notice, but the fighter, he wasn't the first choice. Luis Ortiz was another guy that beat the guy that he knocked out, which is Charles Martin. Dillian White turned it down. Adam Kalnacki turned it down. Deontay Wilder didn't want it because he had his own fight to do. So we can't even say Deontay Wilder. And who else? It was somebody. And Jarrell Miller popped dirty. So other than that, though, I don't see anything in here that he's, where is his explanation? Where's his breakdown? And it's crazy for me because Teddy Atlas is known for his breakdown and why he's saying what he's saying. I've heard him say that Joshua loses too well at times. Well, Joshua proved you wrong the last time because he acted a straight fucking maniac after the fight. So you can't say he's good at losing now. So that's a counterpunch. And again, if we're comparing other fighters, okay, I think you need to look at the whole heavyweight division. You know what I mean? So if you're looking at Andy Ruiz, not even Andy Ruiz, let's look at the three-headed dragon. Who is Wilder beat? Who is Fury beat, really? And most importantly, who is Fury beat that's significant, that Joshua hadn't? Wilder? Well, who did Wilder beat? So that's the question. It's like, okay, he's an overrated fighter. How is he overrated? What about the other guys that he fought? What about Pulev? What about Povetkin? What about Dillian White? You can't say, oh man, this is a spectacular performance, that Tyson Fury put on White after White was already dropped 3 times from 3 different people with the same punch, knocked out by 2 of the 3. So, I mean, like, when he says these type of things, he's overrated. Okay, I needed further explanation on what he's talking about because I don't see how his resume is in question. He fought everybody that could fight him. It is not like he couldn't get the fights. And yeah, he does come with the money. That's why Shelly Finkel is kind of doing a little ghetto knock on the door. Not knocking hard, but knocking just enough to know that we're interested in the fight. Right? Why you think Tyson Fury's chasing Joshua around? Because he's in it for the money. And then if those guys beat Joshua, then we could say who is he beat that was primed. Now I could say that, but that hasn't happened, so it's too premature to say he's an overrated fighter. Now, is he good? Is he better than people thought he was? Probably not, because people thought that he was going to beat Alexander Usyk, but that just shows you how good Alexander Usyk is. So I think that's what we need to be focusing on. But it's surprising to me by Teddy Atlas to go off on Anthony Joshua. You guys tell me what you think about Teddy Atlas's prediction or statement or claims about Anthony Joshua being overrated. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.